hello. Oh god. I keep moving my stuff around as I get used to things again. And I keep messing up my centering. Hi, hello. How are you doing? It's Adventure Tuesday. And I am investing in my time into the Dekkerverse a little more. Well, let me get this a little bit closer here. Into the Dekkerverse by going back and playing the first, I believe, in the series called The Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker, which is a hell of a title. Just a hell of a title. I'm just waiting for it to install because I forgot to install it last night. And impressively, my somewhat upgraded internet allows me to download this and stream without both killing each other. You know, that's pretty good. Oh, almost there. And there we go. Okay, so I don't know much about this other than the fact that it's of the same ilk as Poe Monroe. So I'm expecting a lot of extremely extra performances. And from what I've also been told, that this is, quote, darker, end quote. Whatever that means. And yeah, that's all I know about this. Also, I guess I could find out when it came out. I'm going to take a gamble and say 2015. 17. So, let's hit play. Let's get going. Oh, I didn't mean to skip that. Where's my mouse? Oh my god, it's very purple. It's also very loud. Jesus Christ. Okay, this is set to full screen, but we're not capturing, so hold on. See if that'll capture. No? Okay, fine. Then we'll do... There we go. We'll fall back. Okay. How do I go back? Oh, there we go. Oh man, the mouse is just the worst. Look at all these achievements. 2,000 guesses? What? What? Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Alright. Well, you game?
The faculty thinks I've gone loopy, like some kind of spongy Mobius strip. That's why I'm here, isn't it, Dr. Dekker?
I can see people's dreams.
I've set up an experiment.
My dad is trying to hurt me.
Quantum suicide.
Oh boy, is the capture as bad as I think it is?
If I concentrate hard enough, and I know when the person's going to be asleep, I can have the dream with them.
Well, let's call him God. He creates...
Didn't mean to click through that, but it was... I don't know if it's just my preview that's freaking out or if it's the whole thing.
And after all those promises, never mind, let's not keep the pace. You're late. And after all those promises, you're late. And after all those promises, never mind.
Patient names have dots next to them. Red, keep talking. Amber, you're done. And green, you've asked everything. Going green is optional. Okay. Yeah, this is acting really strange. This doesn't seem to be proper full screen. Oh boy. I don't think this game is appreciating what we're doing here. Hold on a second. What if we just tone it back? Hold on. Oh, hold on. Oh god. I made the window smaller. I'm hoping I can just straight capture it. That might work better. Are you just not gonna capture? Huh. Okay, fine. We'll do this the old-fashioned way. By old-fashioned way, I mean some quick crop zoom shenanigans. Okay. Show the actual screen. Unlock it. Like this. We'll go like this. I shouldn't have to do this, but here we are. Go like that. Then like that. Like that. There. How's that? That doesn't look choppy. Okay, new game. Yeah, it's fine.
The faculty thinks I've gone loopy, like
That's
some
better.
kind of spongy Mobius strip. That's why I'm here, isn't it, Dr. Dekker?
I can see people's dreams.
I've set up an experiment.
My dad is trying to hurt me.
Quantum suicide. Have you heard of it?
If I concentrate hard enough,
Like how that little girl is the same creepy
and I
girl
know
from
when
Poem
the
Monroe.
person's going to be asleep, I can have the dream with them.
Well, let's call him God. He creates this world for his amusement, something he can play with and occasionally alter to suit his mood.
It feels like the paintings are watching me.
Sometimes, when I walk through a door, it takes me somewhere else. Literally, somewhere else.
God loves chaos, but something goes wrong. Man and woman evolve. What was once chaotic becomes, well, more ordered.
It starts as a door-to-door saleswoman. Double glazing, probably.
Dr. Dekker, I think we both know what you dreamed about last night.
I've seen its silhouette changing through the window.
Because he thinks I'm evil. Because I can see things other people can't.
On the basis the central component of our universe is chaos, science can only document a perception of the chaos at any one given moment in time.
I did what
Hello,
you said,
Pokemon Freak.
Doctor. They arrested me.
Which means that at any given moment, we can choose to alter our perception
Oh,
of the
hi.
world. No matter how much chaos that would cause.
I thought you were supposed to fix me.
I'm telling you.
This is a hell of an
eating
intro video.
people. And you're just laughing.
You're insane, Doctor.
Listen to me! You're not listening! It's your only bloody job!
There've been a few drops. I haven't seemed to have dropped anything. Oh, am I a bit louder? Hold on, I can fix that. How's that?
You're late. And after all those promises, never mind, let's not keep the pace.
I mean,
You're
I had
late.
some severe
And
frame
after all
issues
those
with the game not
promises,
capturing properly.
You're late.
Okay. Page names have dots next to them. Red, keep talking. Amber, you're done. Green, going green is optional. Oh, okay. I have notes. From mirroring a new study of psychological yesterday suggests using the same words as your patient increases trust. Use yes, no when answering questions. My patients seem confused. I've probably asked something they have more than one answer to. Say hello to patients, find out what's wrong with them, see what they know about Dekker. That's an interesting bullet point. Okay. Oh no, I have to type questions? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, let's start with Bryce. Hello.
I'm Bryce Hemmings. You must be the new doctor. Did you know Dr. Dekker? I can't help you there.
I wonder how...
Sorry, I don't know anything about that.
Okay. Free typing seems like a weird choice. Sure does.
Originally, I was suffering with depression. Work was piling up. I kept missing deadlines. I wasn't used to all the failure. I got depressed. You'd think being a gravedigger had its perks, but it can be very stressful. There's a trend going towards
Bullshit, you're a
burial rather
gravedigger.
than cremation again. And as well as running out of space, we're running out of competent gravediggers. At least ones that can use a shovel, that is. I'm not feeling anywhere near as depressed as I used to, though. Not since I got the extra hour. At midnight each day, time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please. An hour later, normal reality continues. It's my very own midnight hour.
Huh. Okay. Oh, oh my god, I have a free... Okay.
It's a bizarre thing to know you have an extra hour.
It's all the sex with courses.
I rarely ever sleep until after midnight now, so I can appreciate the extra time. I get a lot of work done in that time. I'm completely caught up. The depression is no longer an issue. 25 hours is a blessing for me. But apparently, it's not real, and I'm insane for thinking it is. What do you think, Doctor?
Should I be? Hold on. What do I think?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. So this thing's operating off of, like, keyword triggers. Like, I don't need to actually form proper sentences. I just need to say the right word soup to get him to say something. Oh, I already asked that. Okay. Interesting.
I'm a gravedigger, Doctor. And people are dying quicker than we can bury them. Is that something I should know about?
Yeah.
I'm Bryce Hemmings.
Oh god, Sepiot. Oh, what do I have to do it like this?
I have no knowledge.
Okay. God, I don't know where to go with this. This is so weird. This is such a different way. I was expecting a much more laid back evening for me. Also, I should definitely super change my camera, huh? Oh, now it's all getting fucked. Hold on a second. There we go. No, I have to redo the crop. Ugh. Hold on. I can't capture this in native full screen. It explodes. So I have to do this the old-fashioned way. So if you're wondering, like, hey, why does this seem like weirdly under resolution? That's why. I was warned it was text-based. Listen, that was last week. You can't possibly expect me to remember such a detail. Okay. Man, I wish I had more people in chat so we could workshop questions together. So everything on the left here, midnight hour, extra hour, how's your depression? These are all things I definitely need to follow up on. So
It's a bizarre thing to know
let's
you have
review
an
and
extra hour every day.
capture some words
I
here.
rarely ever sleep until after midnight now.
Okay,
so I can
sleep.
appreciate the extra time. I get a lot of work done in that time. I'm completely caught up. The depression is no longer an issue. 25 hours is a blessing for me.
Blessing.
But apparently, it's not real, and I'm insane for thinking it is. What do you think, Doctor?
Okay, let's go. This is the part where I can't spell.
I thought it would be too early to make a diagnosis, but it's good you're having a go anyway.
I'm not. I wasn't. Hang on, I wasn't.
At midnight each day, time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please.
This guy, I feel like he's on speedballs.
An hour later, normal reality continues. It's my very own midnight hour.
Okay, so he did that. If it's consistent, he should be able to prove it.
No, sorry. That's meaningless to me. I'm Bryce Hemmings. You must be the new doctor. Did you know Dr. Dekker? I didn't really like Dr. Dekker.
There we go, we got something.
And for quite a few reasons, actually. I'd rather talk about my own problems for now, though, if you don't mind.
Okay, so we have to follow up with that later. My patients seem confused. I've probably asked them something important an answer to. Say hello to patients, find out what's wrong with them. Okay. What are we asking about murder? This guy, like, there's been no suggestion of murder yet. Okay, hold on. Do that. Hold on. So then we already did that one. I've already asked how you're feeling, which didn't really yield anything useful. Okay, so we already did that. Cool, I just got an achievement for asking questions. We know there was a murder. That's why we're here, right? Sure, but they don't necessarily know about a murder. Because, like, there's nothing on here about there being a murder. Murder?
Yes, Dr. Dekker was murdered.
Oh,
Quelle
okay.
surprise. Murder does seem a bit harsh, doesn't it? And another grave to dig. I know as much about it as you do. Less, I would imagine.
Okay, that was cagey and useless.
You'd think being a gravedigger had its perks, but it can be
They
very
can ask
stressful.
about being a grave digger. No, we did that.
You'd think being a gravedigger had its perks, but it can be very stressful.
Maybe touch on stress.
There's a trend going towards burial rather than cremation again. And as well as running out of space, we're running out of competent gravediggers. At least ones that can use a shovel, that is.
Maybe
I'm not
shovel.
feeling anywhere near as depressed as I used to, though. Not since I got the extra hour.
Okay.
Henley Church, where I work, is located on an old Norman motte and bailey. You can't use mechanical diggers or excavators there in case you destroy a relic.
Okay.
I stumbled across a relic myself. An ancient chess piece. A queen, I believe. The best chess piece. The most freedom of movement. But they took it away immediately and proclaimed the whole east side of Henley Church a protected site of archaeological importance, which means we're not allowed to use it until the archaeologists have finished. I wish I hadn't told anyone.
Okay. Okay, we touched on that. Let's go back to shovel for a
Henley
second.
Church, where I
Henley
work, is
Church.
located on an old... Henley Church is relatively small. Well, for the number of bodies they expect us to pack into the ground, it's relatively small. The whole building was once owned by Scientologists, but they handed it back to the community as a tax break, I believe. Or they'd finished doing whatever it was they wanted to do with it. I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God, not anymore. There are too many religions to pick from, don't you think?
No. Oops. No.
I don't have anything for you.
Okay.
I'm not sure I believe in any
Religion, God. Okay, yeah, we touched on that.
I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God, not anymore. There are too many religions to pick from, don't you think? I'm not sure God would have given a man an extra hour a day. Not just a single man. My extra hour is a gift, but sometimes it's a curse.
Go on.
I sound like I'm complaining, don't I? I'll stop now.
No, go back to the curse part.
I'm not sure I believe in it. I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God, not anymore. There are too many religions to pick from, don't you think? I don't have anything.
No, okay.
I didn't really like Dr. Dekker, and for quite a few reasons, actually. I'd rather talk about my own...
Okay, I kind of did that. So I can just type hint if I'm too stuck on things, which is nice. So there's something else to follow up with extra hour.
At midnight each day. Time as you know it freezes. In my world...
Okay, slows down.
No.
Okay, midnight.
That's meaningless.
Slows... Nope.
Is that something I should...
Okay. Nope.
At midnight each day. Time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost
Maybe the keyword my world or your world.
I'm free to wander around and do as I please.
Do as I
An hour
please.
later.
On.
In the extra hour, I mainly catch up with work. It's a godsend. Sometimes I play chess against myself. It relaxes and strengthens the mind all at once.
Let's dig into chess for a second.
I like chess. I still play sometimes when I can find an opponent. There's nothing more satisfying than planning scores of moves in advance and then watching things unfold as you saw them. I shouldn't have told anyone about the Queen.
See, I already asked about the Queen, but we touched on the relic, right? You imagine getting a whole hour to yourself and not robbing a bank or something. Man, is it weird that like if I had an extra hour a day, I would be very, I don't know. I would be very convinced to like sleep through it sometimes, which sounds so sad. But also an extra hour of sleep. Okay, so we've touched on the extra hour. So what's under
I'm
hello?
Bryce Hemmings. You must be the new doctor. Did you know Dr. Dekker? I have no knowledge of...
That's literally your goddamn name.
I'm Bryce Hemmings. You must be the new doctor.
Okay, what about new doctor?
Sorry, I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't really like Dr. Dekker.
Okay. Dr. Dekker reasons.
I don't know.
No.
I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God.
I already touched on that. So it's just the three. The Scientologists, the What Do You Think of Dr. Dekker, which I think we just can't do yet, and hello.
I'm Bryce Hemmings. You must be the new doctor. Did you know Dr. Dekker? That doesn't mean...
Yeah, okay, no. They say you are how you act in the dark, and I don't think I'm a very good person. I can see the appeal of using an hour to rob a bank, but an hour is not that long. Right? So unless you were hanging out by a bank right as midnight rolled around, without somehow being seen by any cameras, getting in and stealing, you wouldn't be able to like crack the safe in that time, right? Like you're not an expert at such actions, so an hour is not going to get you into a vault. So like you're not really going to get a lot of money. I guess you could sledgehammer some ATMs or something in that time. But like an hour, you can, it depends on what you're trying to do in an hour, right? Because an hour for like reading, sure, you can get a lot of reading done. Hour to play video games or whatever, sure, you know. An hour to rob a bank, you're not going to make the money you think you are, you know. So yeah, it really depends on what you're attempting to do, I guess. I don't know, should we just pivot to a second person? Bank is a bad example. I mean, I guess if you spent the first couple of free hours learning how to pick locks, then I guess because of proximity, you could break into a bunch of homes and steal valuables like that. So I guess. Anyways, instead of talking about a theoretical heist, help me figure out questions here, because I don't know what to ask this guy next. There's something up with Scientologists. And I think the Hello and Dr. Dekker are related again to Dr. Dekker. And there's just other things I guess I could ask him. Yeah, okay. No, okay.
I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God, not anymore. There are too many religions to pick from, don't you think? I can't help you there.
I don't know. Maybe I back out and I talk to a different person for a bit.
My name is Claire Castleford, and as I'm paying a small fortune for these sessions, I'd expect you to be up to speed, Doctor. No, that doesn't mean anything to me.
Bullshit! How are you feeling today doesn't mean anything.
The most shocking thing about Dr. Dekker's death is that it didn't bring it upon himself. But then I hadn't known him for a very long time. Perhaps I was wrong about him. Though the fact that he drank so much is a good indicator of his mental state. I thought it was common knowledge that he drank. You could smell it on his breath when you got close to him. He kept a bottle in his drawer. Such a cliché.
Huh. Okay.
My name is Claire Castleford, and
Okay, small fortune.
being rich has its perks, but honestly, I would give it all up in a heartbeat if it could free me from this madness.
Madness,
I'm
you
in a
say?
bit of a predicament, Doctor. I'll get to that.
Why not now?
I'm in a bit of a predicament, Doctor. Well, according to your predecessor, I'm a delusional psychotic with obsessive tendencies. Oh, and a history of violence. Sounds so cold when you put it like that, though, doesn't it?
Sorry.
To be fair, there was only one violent outburst. That hardly qualifies as a history of violence. And he provoked me.
I don't know how to spell provoked.
I don't have an answer to that.
Ah, I can't spell provoked.
To be fair, there was only one violent outburst. That hardly qualifies as a history of violence. And he provoked me. It was a brief moment of temporary insanity. Or temporary clarity, I'm not really sure which. David had been having an affair with his assistant optician, Iris. How predictable. Not just the affair, but an optician named Iris.
Okay.
I stabbed him with a steak knife.
That's not an outburst.
Shocking, isn't it?
What's your predicament?
Well,
Yeah, right, your predecessor. Oh god, I can't spell.
well,
No. There we go.
I don't have anything to say.
No?
Well, according to your predecessor,
You
I'm
do
a
murder the
delusional
husband first.
psychotic with obsessive tendencies.
Delusional.
Oh, and a history of violence. Sounds so... Delusions. As in seeing things that are not there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be any more specific. It's not true in any case. I'm not delusional. Yes, Dr. Dekker did think I was delusional when he first met me. He changed his mind after getting to know me better, as I hope he will too.
Hmm.
Well, according
What
to
was
your
the other word?
predecessor, I'm a delusional
Obsessive.
psychotic with obsessive tendencies. Oh, and a history of violence. Sounds so cold when you put it like that, though, doesn't it? I'm obsessed with my husband. It's absurd, really.
Tell me about your husbando. No?
I'm obsessed with my husband.
Absurd?
Because he is here. And he shouldn't be.
Wait, hold on. What?
He's lucky to be alive. He almost died. He's lucky to be alive.
Lucky.
My husband is not a well man. We've been having problems for a while now. I should have divorced him. I wish I had. So much could have been avoided. I'm going to have to plead ignorance on that one. My husband is not a well man.
Well, man. Okay.
His health, if you can call it that, has been deteriorating rapidly in the last few weeks. I can't cope with caring for him anymore.
Oh, I? Hold on.
His health. Since our...
It's all the cyanide? No, you don't use
he's become
cyanide.
less and
You
less
use something slower like warfarin or something.
His mind's become less and less active too. Such a delightful conversationalist at one time, now more of an enigmatic husk. His health, if you can call it that, has been deteriorating rapidly in the last few weeks.
Last few weeks?
I can't cope with caring for him anymore.
Caring. Okay. So the reviewing the tapes does give you italicized words, which are the key word.
Sorry.
Oops.
I don't. David has trouble looking after
Which
himself.
gives you
Sometimes
a prompt for
I
the
leave
next
the
thing.
lake house and he's just sitting in the rocking chair on the porch. And when I return the next evening, he's still there, just staring into the stars. He needs help, I know, but I can't hire anybody to care for him.
Why not?
Since our
Altercation.
I tried to hurt David once. That's why I'm here, isn't it? I'm not proud of my behavior, but I was very angry. It was a private matter, though. The police should never have been involved.
Now listen, I'm not a fan of the cops. But you did stab a man. I feel like that's one of those times where the cops do generally get involved. Excuse me, officer. This is a private stabbing. We don't need you here.
David has trouble looking after himself.
David?
Keep up, Doctor. David is my husband.
Mm-hmm.
David has trouble looking after himself. Sometimes I'll leave the lake house and he's just
The
sitting
lake
in the
house,
rocking
eh?
chair on the porch. And when I return the next evening, he's still there, just staring into the stars.
Well, yeah, she did stab a man.
He needs
So
help,
that's
I
generally
know,
when the
but
cops would start to
I
get
can't
involved.
hire anybody to care for him. David's staying at the lake house. It belonged to my parents, but I don't use it much anymore. I have the main house to myself.
Okay.
I tried to hurt David once. That's why I'm here, isn't it? I'm not proud of my behavior, but I was very angry. It was a private matter, though. The police should never have been involved. I never used to get angry. Ever. If you're angry, you're not in control. Isn't that right? And it would be very bad for me to lose control.
Okay, we're going to touch on that word.
I don't know anything about that, Doctor. Let's save that for another time, shall we?
Oh, I.
I'm rich, but I'm not made of money, and I'm fairly sure my time is up.
Oh. Well. I guess we're done with Claire for now. Okay. What did Bryce have? Scientologists, Dekker, and a hello. Okay. Hello.
I'm Elin. I'm 25 and I'm a nurse. God, I sound like I'm on one of those
25?
dating shows.
25?
I don't know anything about that.
Boy, nursing has been rough on you, I guess.
I'm Elin. I'm 25 and I'm a nurse. God, I sound like I'm on one of those dating shows.
Okay, nurse and dating.
I work in a nursing home for the elderly. I basically do end-of-life care. I'm not really looking for love at the moment. I'm sort of married to my work, but in a good way.
Wish I included the captions the first time. Yeah, actually, I wonder. Hold on. Hold on. There are some options here. Here we go. Boop. I wonder what is in-process GPU on? what does this mean? Oh, is it still in playback only? Shit. Oh, hints is still playback only. Oh, I don't care so much about. Yeah. Oh, maybe I do. Yeah, sure. Fuck it. I'm not trying to win everything. Oh my god, we're only through. Oh my god.
I work in a nursing home for the elderly.
End of life, right?
The usual things. Making sure the patients are comfortable, making sure they're not in any pain, and I talk to them. I keep them company. Some of them get pretty frightened about what's coming. Well, those of them that aren't out of it on meds.
Meds, what's coming?
I comfort them. Death is frightening, isn't it? Isn't it what everyone's afraid of?
In-process
The great
GPU, what could that
unknown.
possibly mean? I don't know.
No one should have to face that alone.
Is it basically saying that it'll do GPU acceleration or something?
I don't like it when patients are heavily sedated, especially when there are alternatives, like herbal remedies.
Oh no.
I mean, imagine if you only had a few days or weeks left to live. Would you want to spend it asleep?
Wait, the game is in Chromium, so that is used. Oh god. That actually does explain a few things. Okay, you know what? Let's actually try turning that on, maybe. Okay, hold on. Now, I wonder, just for giggles, if that's going to fix the full screen issue I had. Hold on. It might not, to be fair. Oh, no. Oh, that made it much worse. Oh, boy. Let's see. Okay, maybe it's okay now. Nope. Oh, boy. I don't know if you can see that flicker, but I sure can. That's a big old yikes from me. Okay. So we're just going to go back to here. Okay, so you see what I see. All right. See, I thought that was possibly intentional, Alright. Ellen. Someone's doing these phase in JavaScript instead of CSS. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a qualified herbalist. It's okay, you can laugh.
I will.
Most people think herbalism is a joke. But I'd much rather help my patients sleep at night with valerian or passion flower than lorazepam, temazepam, or zolpidem.
Okay.
I don't like it when patients are heavily sedated, especially when there are alternatives like herbal remedies. I mean, imagine if you only had a few days or weeks left to live. Would you want to spend it asleep? No. Sorry. I'm Elin. I'm 25 and I'm a nurse. God, I sound like I'm on one of those dating shows.
God, you're not 25. I don't know why they did that to you. Hey, what? Excuse me? People are writing in my fucking notes? Excuse me?
Terry's one of the other nurses at the home. I don't think she likes me very much. I'm really bad at this, aren't I?
Okay. What's
I
up with
don't
the
like
meds?
it when patients are heavily sedated, especially when there are alternatives like herbal remedies.
Touched on that
I mean,
one.
imagine if you only had a few days or weeks left to live. Would you want to spend it asleep?
Okay, well.
I started seeing Dr. Dekker a few months ago. I thought it would be nice to have someone I could talk to about work. It can get a bit stressful sometimes. It can be sad sometimes.
She's 30 when this was made? Yeah, that sounds right.
I don't like losing a patient, but that's the job. I don't get stressed about it or anything.
You literally just said, okay.
It's not the job that stresses me. It's the people I work with, the other nurses. They're mean to me.
They're mean to you, eh?
They call me the angel of death because so many patients have died on my shift.
How many?
I don't think they mean it. Obviously, it's not my fault. It just seems to happen that way.
So many have died?
I don't.
No, come on.
They call me the angel of death.
Maybe I can just touch on Angel of Death.
They're old. People die when they're old. I mean, medically speaking, it's heart failure or organ failure or pneumonia. They're all natural causes, though. They
Okay.
call me the angel of death because so many patients have died on my shift. I don't
So
think
many
they
patients
mean
have
it.
died.
Mm, 3 last month. 3 the month before that, I think. But only 1 so far this month, so that's good. Although one of my patients, Hilda, I don't think she's got long. She's one of the crotchety ones. Always swearing and spitting at me. Never got anything nice to say. Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep or something. She doesn't bother me though.
No? No? Okay. I mean, we've chipped through a bunch of these. Jaya says hello. Yeah, we did that already. What else is there
I
in
don't
meds?
like it when patients are heavily sedated, especially when there are alternatives, like herbal remedies. I mean, imagine if you only had a few days or weeks left to live. Would you want to spend it asleep? I started seeing Dr. Dekker a few...
Actually,
I've known a lot of doctors over the years. Most of them arrogant idiots who think nurses are just there to do their bidding, or worse. Dr. Dekker was different. He had a lot of time for me. He was interested in my problems. He was a bit offbeat, but yeah, I liked him. But then I like most people. No.
okay. She seems done for the moment. So still got meds to figure out there. I don't quite know what to ask her about that. Okay. Let's meet Mariana.
I'm Mariana. Are you feeling okay?
Oh, okay. I remember you.
Dr. Dekker was fine. He had good relationships with his patients, as far as I know. I'm not
Why
sure
did they get some
anyone
people
would
to
want him
put on, like, North American accents?
I'm Mariana. Are you feeling okay?
Are you feeling okay?
That doesn't really mean anything. I think you're supposed to tell me what's wrong with me. Isn't that how it works? The police keep picking me up for public nudity.
Okay.
I black out. And then the next thing I remember, I'm naked on the beach, like I've been washed up on shore. Nobody's pressed charges yet, but I can feel it.
So blackout
Police
beach.
are getting suspicious. I do suffer from blackouts, which is strange as I can hold my breath for a really long time. But I'm not swimming before I black out. Dr.
Hold on.
Dekker
What?
thought it was anxiety originally. Then he worked it out. I work for myself. I make bracelets from things I find on the beach and sell them online. I
Imagine being able
spend
to support
a
yourself
lot of
doing
time
that.
at the beach. It's just way more relaxing than anywhere else. You should come with me one day. I can show you all the sights.
Uh-oh. That's unhealthy.
Dr. Dekker thought I had generalized anxiety disorder. GAD, because of the blackouts. He thought I was breathing badly. Do you think I'm breathing badly?
Okay.
You can check my breathing if you want.
No.
Do you want me to lie down? Can
No.
you tell just by looking at me? I'm not worried about it, just if you are.
It's so uncomfortable.
He eventually decided it wasn't anxiety, but I'm not going to tell you his final diagnosis.
Yeah,
We should
the
have
lie
it
down
pushed
was
up.
uncomfortable, which means I have to write it if I want to do
Influenced
anything
by the
prognosis.
I want to stop having the blackouts. I want to stop waking up at the beach. I want to remember those entire evenings. Can you suggest anything that might help?
Get someone to follow you around with the tape recorder. Hey, look at that! Stop going to the beach or have someone watch or record her. Dissociative identity disorder? Yeah, that's actually... that was my first thought too.
I'm not sure holding my breath too long is causing blackouts. I mean, it could, but I don't remember ever having a blackout when I'm holding my breath.
Why are you
That's not really helping with my blackouts.
Hold on.
I want to stop having the blackouts.
Really into breath play. Oh, fair enough.
I want to stop waking up at the beach. I want to remember those entire evenings. Can you suggest anything that might help? By blackout, I mean I don't really remember anything from the time I black out. I'm lucky to be alive, I guess. Nope. Don't know. That doesn't mean any.
Okay. Okay.
I film myself doing, lots of things. But it's not so easy to do when you're blacked out.
Mariana makes me so uncomfortable. So uncomfortable. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. She's got an OnlyFans? I mean, yeah, obviously. That's where her money really comes from. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna copy and paste this.
No, nothing
There we
like
go.
that. I usually wake up on my side like I've been sleeping. Sometimes I'm partially covered by seaweed. I don't know about.
Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna copy and paste these whole cloth.
Will you do it for me? Will you watch me to see what happens?
She's a mermaid. Or no, Sealy, maybe.
I love the beach.
Silky,
Until
sorry.
somebody
Silky,
tells
not
me
Sealy.
it's gonna
You're right,
kill
Silky.
me, I'll keep going. Have you ever been addicted to something, Doctor? I don't have an answer. No, I don't. Will you do it for me? Will you watch me to see what happens? I have.
Okay.
Will you do it for me? Will you watch me to see what happens? I'm not sure holding my breath too long is causing.
Did I ask causing blackouts? No.
I normally black out when I'm dancing. I like dancing. Do you like dancing? You think my dancing causes my blackouts? No, I know it's the last thing I remember, but I don't think it's that. Sometimes I remember more, but I'm tired now. Is that it for today?
Oh, I guess so. Is it? No, it is not.
Will you do it? I normally black out when I'm dancing.
Ask if she's a mermaid?
like
Okay.
dancing.
I'll ask if she's a mermaid.
Do you like dancing?
You a mermaid?
I don't know.
I like when they line up like that. It's a fair question. Fair answer.
I normally black out.
Dancing.
Nope. Don't know. I dance a lot at nightclubs. I know most of the nightclubs around here. My favorite is the Pearl because they sell cheap vodka shots all night.
Okay.
I don't drink.
Wait. Wait. Hold on. Hold on.
I have. The Pearl is great because the people who sell that,
Extra doubt, exactly.
I think that's got a lot to do with the cheap vodka shots, or maybe it's just the black lighting. Who knows?
Oh, everyone else drinks, I guess, is what she's getting at there. Okay, let's swap over to Nathan for now. I don't really know what to ask here. Hey, oh. Hello, Nathan.
I'm Nathan Peel. I'm a supermarket worker from, well, hell, really. It's like those montages you get in movies. Time passes, you wake up, shave, if you feel like it, shower, get dressed. What's the point? You get this day over and over. Nothing changes.
Ah.
Am I in purgatory, Doctor?
Someone's been reading Nietzsche.
Sometimes it looks different. Sometimes the birdsong will change, or the weather will be less bleak, or that person who nodded at you yesterday doesn't do it today. But it doesn't usually change. You need a tragic event for change, like a murder.
Okay. Hold on. Purgatory.
I don't know anything about that.
Did I spell that badly? I might have spelled that badly.
It's like those montages you get in movies. Time passes, you wake up, shave.
I wish there was a way to
if you feel
skip
like
to the next line.
Shower, get dressed. What's the point? You get this day over and over. Nothing changes. Am I in purgatory?
Purgatory.
Because I'm stuck between this day and the next. Most of the time, anyway. I didn't see the driver.
Hi, T3.
It's my fault. I pulled out and the lorry just rammed me. Well, Hannah.
Lori, Hannah.
She was sat next to me. I was in shock, obviously. And when I came to, she was so close to me. It was like she was trying to hug me. But it wasn't right. Not natural. Bits of metal pushing through her. That was 5 years ago.
T3, what am I going to see when I click on this video? Why do I have to save this? Okay, into the downloads. Oh, we can all watch it together. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh Lord. Oh dear. Oh no. Okay, so
I've been shrunk for that already. If I had that day again, I wouldn't make the same mistake. Hannah would still be alive. We'd probably have a family by now. I haven't had any relationships since then.
how do you feel about nurses?
My fiancée, my childhood sweetheart. We met at secondary school. She was head girl, I was the quiet one. She liked computer games, so I instantly fell for her. I proposed in Goldshire. She said she didn't date elves, so I leveled up to a human necromancer and asked again. Sorry, it's Warcraft? We spent a lot of time on there. We played World of Warcraft a lot together. I guess it's not the cool
Man's having a
thing to
bad
do
day.
anymore.
He's had a bad 5 years.
But we had a lot of memories there. To be honest, it reminds me a lot of life now. The same thing over and over again. Bring me X bunnies to make a stew. Y badger teeth. Rinse, repeat. Maybe I'm just grinding life.
Buddy, ain't that a fucking mood?
I didn't see the driver.
My fault. Okay.
I was fine for quite a while after the accident. Well, being treated for depression. I thought I was cured. It was only recently after meeting Dr. Dekker that I had a strange deja vu. I'm exhausted. Doctor, is our time up?
I'd like to point out once again that the camera is all lit from like one point.
Dr. Dekker was a complex man. I spent a lot of time with him, but
Complex
he won't
man.
remember it that way.
Okay.
I saw the conflict that Dr. Dekker was going through. Let's just say you might look back on your life and think there's nothing you would have done differently. No 2 days were alike for him in the end. Like he couldn't decide what to do with himself.
Okay.
As far as Dr. Dekker was concerned, we had Monday, then moved on to Tuesday. But me, I had Monday 5, 10, 50 times before I got to Tuesday. I watched that Bill Murray film, Groundhog Day, to see if there's any clues.
Good movie.
To see if there's any clues. That's how bad it's gotten. I'm looking for a cure in a Hollywood movie.
I got this guy who has a
Can you help
25th
me?
hour.
I saw the conflict that Dr. Dekker was going through. Let's just say you might look back on your life and think there's nothing you would have done differently. No 2 days were alike for him in the end. Like he couldn't decide what to do with himself. I watched that Bill Murray film.
No, I already touched on that.
I watched that Bill Murray film, Groundhog Day, to see if there's any clues.
Clues.
You asked me that yesterday. I didn't have an answer for you then either. I watched that Bill Murray film, Groundhog Day, to see if there's any clues. To see if there's any clues. That's how bad it's gotten. I'm looking for a cure in a Hollywood movie. Can you help
I
me?
touched on conflict already. Or at least I tried to. And just
He was like a kid.
okay,
in a
maybe
switch.
not this time. Okay, whatever.
He had so
Fine.
many options. He didn't know what to do. I suppose if you take too long picking, all your options run away. I watched that Bill Murray film.
A cure? No.
Most of my days a blur. I'm not sure if it's the sleeping tablets I'm on or just how I've learned
Sleeping
to switch
tablets,
off.
eh?
I'm on temazepam. Dr. Dekker prescribed them for me. He thought I would sleep through to a whole new day. I didn't. Sorry.
Well, how do you spell
I'm
that?
on
Temazepam.
Dr. Dekker. I don't have anything. I watched that Bill Murray film, Groundhog Day, to see if there's any clues. To see if there's any clues. That's how bad it's gotten. I'm looking for a cure in a Hollywood movie.
Yeah, I need to give him the whole revenge from the other girl. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, like, hey, how do you feel about nurses? I've got someone who can hook you up with, I don't know, Passion root, passion flower, mandragora. I don't know. Claire was the rich one, or was Claire the nurse? Claire was the rich one. Elin was the nurse.
I haven't really got anything to.
Crap. What's that thing called? Nathan, tell me about your drugs again.
I'm on temazepam. Dr. Dekker prescribed and thought.
Traditional medicine makes patients worse sometimes, don't you think?
No.
You must see it all the time, Doctor. You take one pill,
Tuesday.
then have to take 5 other pills to deal with the side effects. Herbs are kinder.
Well,
obviously, you have to be careful, just like with everything. Giving the wrong combination can be deadly. Fortunately, I know what I'm doing. I don't know. I feel like I'm the weakest link or
going after your G2. Cool. Don't fail your G2 with a 93 like I did. Yeah, I know. I don't know how, like, do you give your patients herbal remedies? How? I was doing a parallel park in the instructor's car, and the guy who was administering my test thought I was going to hit the car in front of me, and he hit the brake, and that's an automatic fail. I wasn't going to hit the car, and I know I wasn't going to hit the car because parallel parking is like the one thing I know how to do in a car pretty much perfectly. In a normal sedan, I have never screwed up a parallel park, but he thought I was going to, and refused to give me another opportunity to prove it. And so he failed me with a 93, which, if you're keeping track, literally means I would have had a perfect test if he had not done that. I ended up passing later with an 83. Had to learn on a standard. Ugh, no thanks. Ironically, the 83 that I passed was with the same instructor, and just as a fun little tidbit, I don't remember his name or anything about him, and this is a long time ago at this point, but I remember as I was going through an intersection, I was looking around and scanning. I had to wait. There were 2 young girls walking across the street or across the pathway, and he started checking them out. I would like to point out this man was probably in his late 20s, and these girls were at best 13. And as the light turned green and I pulled through the intersection, he literally craned his neck around so he could continue looking at them. He was a piece of shit, is what I'm getting at. Okay, we still have to crack Bryce a little here. Act progress 96. We're missing one thing with Bryce. Kind of creepy. It's not kind of creepy, T3. It's exceedingly creepy. I don't know what to ask Bryce. All right, let's scroll down. What did I ask Bryce? Claire, Elin, herbs?
That's me.
Medication?
I don't know.
Okay, well, hold on. Let's go back to the starters.
Hemmings. You must be the new doctor. Did you know Dr. Dekker? No.
Okay.
I didn't really like Dr. Dekker.
Can I?
Dr. Dekker would say one thing and do another. He would push me to do things I didn't
here we
want
go.
to do. He was getting worse towards the end. I'm surprised he didn't kill himself.
Worse?
Sorry, I don't... That...
Hmm. Damn it. Still 96%. Ow. Okay, so we cracked that one.
I'm Bryce Hemmings. You must be the new doctor. Did you know...
I did not know Dr. Dekker.
I can't help you there.
No. How is there stuff to
I'm
follow
Bryce
up with in
Hemmings.
this sentence?
You must be the new doctor. Did you know Dr. Dekker?
Oh, also Scientologist.
I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God, not anymore.
How about just God? Nope, we touched on that. Touched on that. Sure?
I don't have it.
No? I don't know if it's wrong for me to just laugh at all the religious beliefs. It kind of makes you a dick. But being honest. I also subscribe to the fact that religion is kind of silly. It shouldn't require a codified book and a imaginary sky being in order to tell people to not be completely shitty. But as long as whatever they believe doesn't infringe upon other people, I don't really care. And laughing at people with such beliefs isn't going to, isn't going to make them suddenly be like, you're right. No, it just makes you an asshole at the end of it all. Not the hill to die on. I have, like I said, if they have a religion and they want to try and impose that upon you, that's different. That's them being an asshole. Laugh at the stories? I mean, you don't have to laugh. You just have to kind of read between the lines. Lies. Freudian slip. A lot of the original stories and laws and stuff are made to get a point across, right? Like, when you look at a lot of the... Hold on. When you look at a lot of the original rules about, like, not eating cloven-hooved animal meat and shellfish and stuff like that, that was because that stuff was likely to kill you because it spoiled quickly and badly. So there was a practical application to it, and so they just codified it into like when you start to look at things through a lens of practicality, it's the same reason we have like the Brothers Grimm, like children's stories that are dark and have a message. They were made to teach a lesson in survivability, like don't go off with strangers, don't wander into the woods, stuff like that. Because children have a real problem grappling with their own mortality in that they don't comprehend it even kind of. Yeah, I don't know what I'm missing here. Just there's something to Scientology. I'm just not.
I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God, not anymore. There are too many religions to pick from, don't you think?
Too many religions.
Is that something I should...
You just said it! Urgh. Generally don't be a dick to other people, but some people are not as smart. I mean, once again, smart is perhaps a slightly more difficult to measure than you make it out to be. Like, how do I put this? just because you don't perceive them as smart doesn't mean that they are smart or stupid. It's how you perceive them. Just because they believe in a thing that is scientifically provably, nothing, doesn't mean they're stupid, right? Don't see a reason why religion should exist. You should take a religion studies course from like the historical religion studies courses. They're like there's a whole bunch of stuff around it. Like taking out the aspect of a higher being or plane or whatever like that. A lot of it was a sense of community, a way of codifying rules, to survive in that community and just life in general. Um, there's there's a whole bunch of stuff about why religions kind of came around. Um, and yes, then you also have the extremists who take things at their face value, which is insane to me. Um, but people gonna people, I guess. Anyways, help me crack this goddamn nut so we can get on to the second act.
I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God, but not anymore. There are too many religions to pick from, don't you think? I have no knowledge.
Calling my own patient a nut? I didn't do that. Scientology. Yeah, we talked about that. It's not empty if I add a comment. It's true.
I don't know.
Yeah, we touched on that. I don't know. I don't know what I need to say. I'm missing something obvious here.
I thought it would be too early to make a diagnosis, but it's good you're having a go anyway.
Yeah, we touched on that.
Henley Church is relatively small. Well, for the number of bodies they expect us to pack into the ground, it's relatively small. The whole building was once owned by Scientologists, but they handed it back to the community as a tax break, I believe. Or they'd finished doing whatever it was they wanted to do with it. I sound like I'm complaining, don't I? I'll stop now. In the extra hour, I mainly catch up with work. It's a godsend. Sometimes I play chess against myself. It relaxes and strengthens the mind all at once. I don't have any...
I'm happy to consult the spirits on this one. I'm missing whatever keyword I'm supposed to pick up here. Oh, or I could use hint. Let's use the hint system. Oh, okay. Do I tell him yes, there are too many religions, not enough religions?
That's meaningless to me. I can't help you there. Then we disagree.
Okay, fucking...
Have you watched Zeitgeist, Doctor? Some of it is believable, and the part about most religions stemming from the same basic facts. It's more likely that they've all got it wrong than one of them has it right, in my opinion.
Okay, there we go, I guess. That was irritating, because I tried to agree with him, and just, it wouldn't trigger, whatever. You know what? Yeah, go for it.
Oh, Doctor, glad I caught you. I
Doo-ga-doo-dung,
thought you might want to hear what Ben had to say. Quick catch up?
Who the fuck are you?
I'm not sure Ben will be coming in for a while.
Okay,
He's
this is
still
a bit
pretty
of a weird
shook up
slow
about
pan.
finding the body. I'm surprised it doesn't
Finding the
happen
body.
more often in the
Line of
line
work.
of work he's in. Anyway, he said he found the body at exactly 20 minutes past 10. For some reason, the first thing he did was look at his watch. That's all he'd say before he'd shut down. The police weren't very talkative either.
First off, T3, woman, not girl. Second, why not? I found them to be a fun, refreshing change of pace. I actually had bigger problems with the Matt Smith era and the Capaldi era because they didn't know how to write for them. In fact, I think Doctor Who has had a severe problem with every Doctor since Tennant because they figured out how to write for Tennant and they never figured out how to write for any of the other Doctors properly. That's my hot take. I think all of them are fantastic actors, and in theory, we're all very good doctors, but I think they struggle to write for all of them. Matt Smith, they sort of figured out near the end. But they I don't think they ever quite struck what made those individual doctors good at what they like. Each doctor kind of personified different kind of aspects and amplified aspects of the core kind of doctor creature. Girl, woman, there's a difference. And yeah, like they never quite figured out with. You said the new ones with the girl. You couldn't get into it? Yeah, because again, I don't think they knew how to write for her. I think they went real hard in the paint with trying to do like I don't know how to phrase this without sounding shitty because I get what they were trying to do. I think they went real hard with trying to touch on popular social issues of now, but with no grace or deftness with it, and but made her doctor a mouthpiece. Yeah, wokeness, I guess. I hate to say that. It comes off as cheap because they didn't handle the topics that they were operating with the level of care that would be required to make her come across as authentic. Right? I think that's what I'm trying to get is I have no problem with them trying to tackle the problems that they were going after. And I think that they didn't do a great job of going after the topics that they did. If that makes sense. And unfortunately, I think Jodie Whittaker's doctor took the brunt of that because they tried to make her, God dare I say, a woke kind of doctor. That's not because of Jodie. That's because of the somewhat ham-fisted writing in a lot of it with the newer stuff, which sucks because I really like Jodie Whittaker. I think she's a wonderful actor, and I didn't dislike her doctor, but they were just too heavy-handed on the stuff that they did, and it was rough. But at the same time, there were some brilliant episodes in her arc. Like you've got oh God, what was that one called? Ghosts of India? Is that what that episode was called? And it talks about the partitioning of Pakistan from India. That episode is amazing. And I think they did a fantastic job with that episode. But then, boy, howdy, did they get some clunkers. I mean, they had like a Donald Trump allegory or parallel guy in it, played by whatever the hell his name was from Sex and the City. Like, ugh. But, yeah, that was more or less what happened with me. I kind of fell off with Doctor Who at the Jodie Whittaker stage, not because Jodie Whittaker, but because of everything around it, unfortunately. But I was having frustrations with even all the way back to Matt Smith. So, what? Sorry, see Tennant versus NPH. Sorry, what? I don't what? So I feel like it should have been a female lead a while ago, so it was definitely shown that Generation Superior sex change. Keeping it for so long, I think, changed my expectations. I mean, I agree. I think they would have had a much easier time of it if the Doctor had swapped back and forth kind of interchangeably between the regenerations instead of running a whole gamut of them and then throwing in like a mechanic for actually we can regenerate the Doctor as much as we want, so now we can have a woman. It feels kind of they should have done it like back in the 80s or like the 70s even. But yeah. All that to say, I think Matt Smith, Computer Capaldi, Jodie Whittaker were all wonderful doctors. I think the writers let them down. That's my summary of all of them. Capaldi, I was super excited for because like an angry, grumpy doctor doesn't come around very often, and they're usually the best ones because they're the ones who will be the most cutting and generally have the best method of commentary on shitty humanity choices. But they didn't really even get there with Capaldi, which sucks because Capaldi's fantastic. I'm gonna click on this JPEG now. Okay, that's an interesting picture. What is that for? 60th anniversary. Oh, I guess I'll have to watch that. Okay, sorry. Jaya, what were we talking about?
I'm not sure Ben will be...
Finding the body. Right, okay.
Yes, Ben found Dr. Dekker's body on Valentine's night in his office. In your office.
Valentine's Night, eh?
Yes, you know, the 14th of February, the day of love.
We were talking
Or
about
remembering
Doctor
the
Who for the
massacre.
most part.
Whichever's more you. I'm not sure Ben will be coming in for a while.
It's a weird
He's
slow
still pretty
pan
shook up about finding the body. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often.
line of work. Okay.
Sorry, didn't you know? Ben's one of the night shift cleaners. I'm sure he's got some tales he could tell. I'm not sure Ben
Jesus,
will be coming in for a while. He's still pretty shook up about finding the body. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often in the line of work he's in. Anyway, he said he found the body at exactly 20 minutes past 10. For some reason, the first thing he did was look at his watch. That's all he'd say before he'd shut down.
Ah, yeah, police.
The police weren't very talkative either. The police wanted to know what I was doing Valentine's night, you know, when the body was found. I was at home, all on my lonesome. So I guess that makes me a suspect. I think the police want you to make a short list of suspects, or maybe even find the killer. You're seeing all the patients that were on the books when he was killed. There was no forced entry, so they think it might be someone he knew, or someone who had access to the office. Like little old me. Do you think I'm a suspect, Doctor?
Yes.
Sorry, that doesn't mean...
Wait, what?
I think the police want you to make a short list of suspects, or maybe even find the killer. You're seeing all the patients that were on the books when he was killed. There was no forced entry, so they think it might be someone he knew, or someone who had access to the office. like little old me. Do you think I'm a suspect, Doctor?
Okay, I'm gonna type hint to know how the hell I answer this question. You are a suspect. How do I word this in a way that'll trigger it?
It's good that you're asking lots of questions. I'm just not sure you're asking the right one. That's a good question. I just wish I knew the answer. I can't answer. Sorry.
Neither of those. Not a suspect.
And you barely know me.
Why is it
I'm
takes the
flattered.
negative but not the positive?
They did mention I needed grief counselling though, and I said you'd sort me out. I know you haven't agreed, but just so you know.
Yes, I did try suspect.
Very kind of you. I'll see you tomorrow. I'd like to help.
How do you spell that?
And you barely know me. I'm flattered. They did mention I needed grief counselling though, and I said,
counseling. Okay.
sorry, doctor.
Okay, fucking whatever. Moving on.
I'm having a loot day.
Okay, cool, Nathan. What happens if you click the drop down? Oh, neat.
It's a do-over day. You won't remember. What's the
Maybe
name of
that's
your
what I
assistant
should
again?
use for the yes/nos.
You didn't know that yesterday. Can you remember where I met Hannah?
You met her at school.
Well done, Doctor. Yeah, we met at secondary. Wouldn't it be funny if my day loops if you fail to get a question right?
No. No, it wouldn't be funny.
I agree.
Mission success? Okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna go make a bad dietary decision. Oreo sandwich thing.
I'm having a loot day.
Wait. Wait, what? Oh no.
It's a do-over day. You won't remember. What's the name of your assistant again? I suppose you did remember that yesterday. Can you remember where I met Hannah?
I guess it would be funny.
Yeah, at secondary school. It's been fun, but I've got a pill.
Dang, this is different.
Dr. Dekker gave me this pill. He told me if I took it, I'd never have another loot day. It's got a small skull and crossbones on it. Should I take the tablet, Doctor?
No?
You're cool. I don't think this is getting us anywhere, though. I'll see you tomorrow. Again.
Huh. That was a neat sequence.
I'm having a loot day. It's a do-over day. You won't remember it. What's the name of your assistant again?
Are those also different takes?
Well done. Can you remember where I met Hannah?
Oh, it would be cool if I could just spit all three out at once. Be like, bitch, I'm onto you.
Yeah, great. Is there anything you can say that's going to break this loop for me? I never mentioned a pill this time, or a tablet. What the hell is going on here? Are you reliving my day?
Dutch Angles.
Something somewhere has changed since you arrived. Like some kind of sim theory.
Sim theory? Hey, yo.
It's a thing. Some professor believes we could be living inside a computer simulation and someone is controlling us. And there are millions of these sims. And someone somewhere behind a keyboard is just causing havoc. I'm starting to think you have that keyboard, Doctor. Wait, don't answer that. I don't want to know.
I do. I do have the keyboard. Though it's actually mostly a mouse.
At midnight each day.
On Valentine's night,
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home,
David is my husband.
all on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death.
When I'm dancing,
You
That
gotta
was a
stay
fun
over
cut.
And over.
Hilda.
I black
I
out
don't think she's got long.
And Laurie just...
naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
Ooh. Deja vu. Are you sitting in exactly the same place I left you last night? Oh, that's where it all starts, Doctor. Anyway, do you
I'm
think
feeling
you can
judged.
fit me in today? Looking at the diary, it's just the usual suspects, and you must be getting sick of them already. I've got this for you, too. It's some more footage from Professor Alderby that was hiding away.
Evidence.
Well, come find me if you need anything.
Oh, sorry, I just moved my microphone ever so slightly. All right. Which one's Lacey? Who the fuck is... She's new? She's also new. Okay.
There's something I want to tell you.
I didn't know about the drop down. The drop downs are nice.
Something else that's wrong with me.
Is it the
I've
heroin?
been getting a bit out of control
Ah.
in my hour.
Ah, here you go, Pokemon Freak.
When I first got the hour, I was shocked, obviously. It took me a while to work out that everyone was frozen and only I could move. Because I live on my own. What would you do, Doctor, if you had an hour where everyone was frozen? Go to a fairground?
What? I'd help people.
I did think, what good could I do, other than catch up with work? I did see a woman who was having her purse snatched, so I gave her purse
Didn't
back.
touch his first boob during that hour. I mean, he is a
I
grave
placed him
digger.
on a bus a few blocks away. I have no idea where it was going. She'd never really be able to thank me, so I took another picture.
Oh man, that just got real creepy. Hold on. Go back.
I did think, what good could I do, other than catch up with work? I did see a woman who was having her purse snatched, so I gave her purse back, and the crook, I placed him on a bus a few blocks away. I have no idea where it was going. She'd never really be able to thank me, so I took another picture.
Could I see the picture?
I don't have any... I spent most of Valentine's Day at the art gallery. Well, the evening part, anyway. They had a display with the theme, Love Conquers All. I didn't get most of the paintings, but they were well done.
Okay.
I dug the grave for Dr. Dekker.
Oh, yeah?
I helped carry his coffin to the burial site. Do you know what? It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it. Why do you think that is?
Dun, dun, because there wasn't a body in it, champ.
No, the coffin wasn't empty. There was something in it. A decoy, I'd imagine.
A decoy?
I'm guessing he was buried somewhere else, or cremated. Somebody somewhere didn't want his body going in the ground. Do you want to be cremated or buried, Doctor?
Nothing, just huck me into the fucking river, I don't care.
That's a good choice, Doctor. Less work for me.
This guy's got like a weird... I don't know how to describe it other than how my brain literally interprets it as Ferengi kind of smile and head wobble. He's got this thing going. This... let's make a deal. Kind of thing going on.
Possibly a relative of yours. Possibly a patient that died here.
Wait, what?
I'm not sure. She doesn't normally
What
say
the...
anything.
What the fuck did that question just unlock?
You're laughing at me, aren't you? I said I wasn't sure if they were real.
Actually, you didn't. We kind of...
When I first got the hour, I was shocked, obviously.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so I have to trigger those to, like... I have to say these things to get them to... Alright, you know. Nope. Alright, we shall continue with the things.
Well, that makes me feel a little better. There's a young mother, divorced, who lives opposite me.
Oh no.
Jessica.
Oh no.
She's friendly and says hello to me, smiles. I've always wondered what she looks like naked.
Oh no, did you touch a boob?
I broke into her house. She was standing in her bedroom.
Oh
I took it as a sign. I took off her clothes and...
And? Oh no, you did touch a boob. Oh no. Oh no. No, Bryce, no. What did you do?
I took photos of Jessica when she was naked. When I'd
This is your shocked face.
When she was naked and frozen. I didn't want to have to do it again, to strip her again. So I took pictures to remind myself what she looked like. That's wrong, isn't it, Doctor?
Yes. Yes.
No. It's that bloody Dr. Dekker. He made me this way. It's all his fault.
He made you this way?
Like I said, I originally presented with depression, and everything was going well for a while. Then Dr. Dekker changed. He was easily distracted during sessions, like he wasn't listening. I'm pretty sure he wasn't listening half the time. I don't think he wanted to know about his patients anymore. But when he did give you advice...
It was to go undress the divorcee across the street and take her photos? Sir? One, that's wicked specific. And two, come on now.
He told me to use my imagination, to make something up, to think something crazy, and it would become real. He told me to think of a way to get more time. So I did. But he pushed me. He made me think it.
Gotta seize the day. I mean, you know, let's just...
Yes, I would steal too. And I have stolen. I ran out of milk, so I thought I'd go to the local all-night shop and get some more. I was absolutely intending to pay, but when I got there, everyone was frozen. I thought about leaving money on the counter, but that seemed weird. The cashier would wake and suddenly this money would have appeared from nowhere. But I've stolen bigger things.
You mean like the dignity of the woman across the street?
From stealing milk, I moved on to petrol. From petrol, well, all those supermarkets have all kinds of electricals, so I've stolen quite a lot of that. I'm not proud. I think I've been doing it because I can. To prove to myself either way, my extra hour is actually real.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Ha! That was just an example, Doctor. I'm sure you can come up with more exciting things to do than that.
Oh, we already asked about that. Shoplifting is good. I'm not going to say shoplifting is necessarily good. However, remember everyone, if you see someone stealing food from a grocery store, no you fucking didn't. Okay, I don't have any big triggers here.
He was easily
bring through
distracted
this
during
again.
sessions, like he wasn't listening. I'm pretty sure he wasn't listening half the time. I don't think he wanted to know about his patients anymore. But when he did give you advice...
Advice. Yeah, I think you touched on that. Right? That was that one.
He told me to use my imagination, to make something up, to think something crazy, and it would become real. He told me to think of a way to get more time. So I did.
Jean Valjean?
But he
Well,
pushed me.
I mean...
He made me think it.
Made you think what? God damn it. Okay, I think we're done with Bryce for now. Nothing really is standing out, so. Alright, Claire. Hello, Claire. How are you?
It's the anniversary of my parents' death today. I went to the lake house. I always go to the lake house anyway, but it's also where they died.
Boy, that was a loaded fucking statement, huh?
I stood for a while, looking across the water.
That
It's
we
peaceful
were like
there.
hunting him down to the ends of the
the
earth to
place
determine
that-
myself and everything I hold dear. I
There
mean,
was a
that's just what
girl
you gotta do
there.
with Jean Valjean, you know?
By the lake. Only about 9 or 10. She was fishing,
That motherfucker had it
you
coming.
can call it that, with one of those nets on a stick. I don't know why I talked to her. She looked sad. I don't usually talk to children, but she seemed different, special. I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I, Doctor?
I don't know. Do you have a criminal record?
Good. It felt nice. I felt like I was being nice. I felt human. So I can find her and talk to her again, Doctor.
Well, no.
I don't mean I'm going to hunt her down. Just, if I see her, I'll talk to her again.
Okay. No.
David had been hunting again, and, well, she's seen some of the skins he hung around the lake house. David wasn't there. Or at least I didn't see him. I didn't go inside. I forgot my key, and the spare was missing. Animal skins. David hunts, then skins. It's horrible, really. He's not really good at either job, so the skins still have great lumps of bloody carcass hanging off them. I'm sure he'll get better with practice.
Get better with practice with his health failing and the fact that he just stares off in the distance.
They died of carbon monoxide poisoning. I was staying at a friend's house. Otherwise, I would have died.
How interesting.
Do you think I killed my parents?
No.
The day Dr. Dekker was killed, I had a session with him in the morning at my usual time, 11 o'clock. That was the last time I saw him. Dr. Dekker made me an offer that I couldn't refuse. I'll be taking it to the grave with me, though. As did he. I don't know. I suppose she just reminded me of me. I spent a lot of time alone as a child. She said she was trying to catch some strange creatures that she's seen in the water. I don't know. Minnows, probably. Everything's strange when you're a child.
That's fair. That's pretty fair.
It was 12 years ago. I was still very young.
Not that young.
Too young to be an orphan, anyway. I had to toughen up quickly. Met isn't the right word. David has always been there, in the shadows, on the periphery. I move in very exclusive circles. You tend to see the same faces. I don't move in any circles anymore. Those people were my parents' friends, not mine.
That was such an avoidance.
Love? Yes. I suppose I always will. Valentine's Day night, I was at the lake house, watching David, like I always do.
I thought the key was missing.
He has trouble with his mental faculties and is getting worse.
But he's hunting?
Yes. I watch him and make sure nothing bad happens. I'm sure I had a spare key for the lake house, but I can't find it anywhere. I don't really need one if David is around.
I don't know how... A bunch of those statements don't make sense to me in conjunction with one another, but I don't know how to ask the question. Right? Like, why is your husband with the failing faculties hunting and that's totally cool? Right? Like that...
Nothing, of course. The faculty thinks I've gone loopy, like some kind of spongy Mobius strip. That's why I'm here, isn't it, Dr. Dekker? Him, God, the great old one, the elder god, Cthulhu, however you address him.
They just had to throw that in there, huh?
Listen to me. You're not listening. It's your only bloody job. Well, let's call him God. He creates this world for his amusement, something he can play with and
This guy's
occasionally
accent
alter
is
to
all over the
suit
place
his
to me.
God loves chaos, but something goes wrong. Man and woman evolve. What was once chaotic becomes, well, more ordered. Without chaos, he has less power. When there's too much order, he becomes impotent. So he needs to instill chaos again. And do you know how he does this? No.
Bitcoin?
And yes, but you're being too granular.
Fine,
He needs
cryptocurrency.
chaos so he can return, and the only thing stopping him is you. Not just you. You and people like you. Psychiatrists, doctors, nurses. Anyone who is caring for people who are losing their sanity. You have no comprehension how important your job is, do you?
These
He
timestamps
doesn't
are
need your
all
version
over
of
the
insanity,
fucking
but
place.
He needs chaos. It's not the same. It's just a means to an end. They're not all cultists, unfortunately. Once you see the truth, it's hard not to spread chaos yourself, to cause further insanity and harm your own. I doubt it. But can I make you question your reality? Definitely. But in doing so, I would be promoting more chaos. On the basis the central component of our universe is chaos, science can only document a perception of the chaos at any one given moment in time, as by definition, chaos is unpredictable from one moment to the next, which means that at any given moment, we can choose to alter our perception of the world, no matter how much chaos that would cause. In 10 seconds' time, there will be no gravity in this room, and we will float. 3, 2, 1. You think nothing happened. Where's your glass, Doctor?
Okay. All right. Don't know what that's about.
I haven't had a great day, to be honest.
What's
Someone
Reese died?
accused me of stealing from my patients, which I would never do. Plus, Hilda's getting worse.
Oh, she's not dead yet, huh?
This? Well, it started with this. It's a locket. Alice, one of my patients, gave it to me before she died.
Uh-huh.
I have a few other things. A watch, a ring. One patient gave me a little china bird. They're not valuable, just trinkets, really.
A watch, a ring, and a china figurine, none of which are okay. All right.
Strictly speaking, all of the patient's belongings should be passed on to family members after they die. But Alice's son never visited. He didn't care about his mum. Why would he care about some worthless piece of jewellery? It just doesn't feel right to me. What do you think, Doctor? Am I wrong to keep the locket?
This really comes down to whether she had her faculties at the time, right? Because if she was of sound mind, but only her body was failing, then she gave you a gift and it's totally cool. But, like, it's not easy to give this answer without more knowledge, you know? Whatever. Nah, screw it.
Thank you, Doctor. That makes me feel much better. I shouldn't let what Terry says bother me so much. Actually, I had a hot date.
Is it with...
It wasn't anything serious, just some guy I know. But it was a nice date, different to what I'm used to. It was very traditional, old-fashioned, you know? Dinner at a nice restaurant. Then we went for a little walk along the pier. Held hands, had a bit of a kiss. Then he called a cab, and I went home, alone. I think it was about 11 when I left Max. I'm sure you could check with the taxi company if you really wanted to, if you think I need an alibi.
Ha 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 ha! No. It's fine. It's all fine.
Yes, I had a session with Dr. Dekker on Valentine's Day. 3 o'clock, I think. Just a few hours later, he was... I still can't get over it. Hilda's the one I mentioned in our last session. She's dying. I can tell. I need to see her before it's too late.
You... Sorry?
To help her finish her unfinished business.
Her what?
People who are dying always have things they wish they could do before they go. We leave a lot of loose ends in our lives. We're very messy that way.
Yeah, what was her
Hilda
business?
wants to see her daughter. She's in Australia, so I'm going to have to use my talent.
I'm sorry?
I can change my skin. What I look like. I can turn into a patient's loved one. I just hold their hand and ask them to imagine that the person they want to see is sitting right here next to them, and I become them. It's how I help them move on. It's how I comfort them.
That took a hell of a twist.
I only shift at work to help my patients. I don't have any interest in using it as a party trick or to deceive anyone.
Okay.
Of course, it was Terry that accused me of stealing. One of the other nurses. She's actually trying to make out that I'm some kind of HSK.
Sorry, HSK.
Healthcare serial killer.
Ah.
You know, like those nurses that kill loads of their patients. I'm surprised you haven't heard of it. Anyway, because a few of my patients have died on me, and some of those patients have given me gifts, Terry thinks it means that I've been killing them off. His name is Max. He's really sweet, but I don't see a future between us. He's not really my type. I've known Max a couple of years, but this is the first time we've been on a date. I don't think he's boyfriend material. Dr. Dekker seemed fine on Valentine's Day. He seemed to be in a good mood. It didn't seem like anything was bothering him.
Okay.
I can sense it, you know? It's like when you're outside and there's a sudden change in the light or the air feels different and you know it's going to rain. It's like that. I always know when one of my patients is fading, even before the doctors know. Their energy changes. It sounds silly when I put it into words. I sound like my mum.
What's up with your mum?
My mum's a nightmare. I said she was into all this new age stuff, right?
Says the herbalist.
So she thinks she can tell me what I should be doing all the time because she got a message from her spirit guide that said I'm not eating well, or I'm not getting enough sleep, or I'm not looking after my inner moonbeam or whatever. It drives me nuts. But she's my mum. I love her, so I have to take it.
All right.
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session, and no blackouts, new doctor, and new hope.
I feel like she's
You're
doing
much
a
better
weird
behaved than
Felicia
Dr.
Day
Dekker.
voice cosplay.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients. That's not good behavior, is it?
That's wildly illegal. It's wildly unethical and would have your license revoked. I guess it's not illegal in the traditional sense.
Her name was Scarlett? One of his patients, an older woman. I guess that's how he liked them. I haven't been back to the beach since our last session. Kind of missed it.
She's mad it wasn't her. Oh, for sure. Yeah, she's got a thing for men in positions of authority, methinks.
You do something a lot, you're gonna miss it.
Or positions of control. Maybe that's more accurate to describe it.
It's helped with the blackouts. We went out for drinks. Didn't you know? He said it was a breach of something or the other, but I can be pretty persuasive when I want to be.
Ah. Ugh. Ooh, I didn't like that at all. Ooh, I didn't like that at all. How can someone be so weirdly flirty and also just the creepiest simultaneously? Yeah, I thought you didn't drink. I'm just gonna rate that.
I guess it was a couple of days before Valentine's Day. It wasn't a date or anything. I noticed in our sessions that he'd been acting a little strange. He just didn't seem right. I wanted to find out what was wrong.
That didn't answer my question, even kind of.
Yeah, drinks. I think Dr. Dekker ordered neat whiskey. I had water. I don't drink. I know, it's pretty hard to believe, isn't it? I feel pretty ugly. But I think I have a nice smile.
I mean, you're not.
Lots of people find me attractive, but I've seen something truly beautiful.
Is it the beach?
Makes me feel dull by comparison. I have a recurring dream where I find something beautiful in the sea. But I don't know you that well yet, Doctor. Let's wait a while before I tell you my most intimate secrets.
Sorry to cut in, Doctor. I've just had a phone call from a solicitor. Ben's trying to sue us for nervous shock. Should I go and see him to talk it out, or should I find a solicitor to represent us? Sorry to be pushy, I just think we should act quickly before it's too late.
Lady, could you
just let me know?
Tone the energy down. Jesus.
Wouldn't you like to know? Is our session up now? I didn't do anything on Valentine's Day. I washed my hair, and then I walked along the beach for the whole night. It's actually true. I saw one of your patients, actually.
Hi, Yoder. How's it going?
She was
It's a weird game.
With someone. Pretty much all of the night, too. So I can vouch for her, even though
Mariana makes me very uncomfortable. I've given up writing most of my questions because the drop-down is giving most of the things, which is nice.
People are quick.
I'm sure there's stuff that I'm missing as a result, but
I suppose Dr. Dekker was more than just a therapist to me.
it took me an awful long time to get through Act 1 because I wasn't using the drop-down.
We weren't seeing each other.
Drop-down was patched in. Thank Christ for that. Because there's some stuff... Like, I was trying to answer questions when they're giving me yes/no questions of like, do you think I'm innocent? And if I or do you think I'm a suspect? And I go, you are a suspect, or yes, you are a suspect. And it'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. But if I said not a suspect, then it's like, oh, thanks, doctor. I'm so glad you believe me. It's like, so the drop down's nice.
I'm not seeing anyone at the moment. Are you offering, Doctor?
No. No.
It sounded like an offer to me, Doctor.
It gets you through to yellow. Yeah, I know there's additional stuff. I'm not trying to go to like get all greens or anything like that. That would require a certain level of what the fuck's going on. She totally date. No, she creeps me out, man.
Some girls say that
She
they're
makes me
washing
wildly
their hair when they
uncomfortable.
don't want to go out, but I was genuinely washing my hair. Do you think my hair is pretty, Doctor?
I mean, yes, I'm biased. Like, yeah, it's great.
It's such a mess. But thank you.
See, her reactions are so gross. It makes me.
I'm insecure, Doctor. Isn't it obvious?
She did with the head down, eyes up.
I've danced around in my living room, but no clubs since last time. I like dancing around in my underwear.
She wants you to secure.
Sometimes less.
See, like, come on now. Come on. Gosh, she makes me uncomfortable. Nathan, I find interesting. Of all the people that we've been interacting with here, Nathan is interesting to me. Love the editing. There's so many Dutch angles. It's just Dutch angles all the way down.
Hello again, Doctor.
Hey-oh.
I had a bit of a shaky loop incident, but let's not talk about it. Yesterday, I set fire to Hannah's clothes in the garden. I just wanted the day to move forward. I instantly regretted it. And lo and behold, here we are, a new day. Hannah's clothes are a pile of ashes.
Another tragic event. Which one's Elin again? Hold on. Oh, Elin, the nurse who is probably killing her patients and stealing their shit? Yeah. She doesn't seem great. Bryce is horrible. Bryce is a bad person. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think any of these people are overly great. I think so far Nathan seems the most, I don't want to say normal because that's not right, but like, he doesn't seem fucking terrible so far. He just seems sad. If when you streamed to Elon got the most hate by far, interesting. Interesting. I mean, I'm not a fan of hers. And like, it's weird for her to be throwing stones in a glass house of like, my mother is such a new age nightmare. You're a herbalist, lady.
I've kept almost all of her stuff as she left it. It's just the clothes. I've decided to burn those yesterday, so here I am. Hannah loved clothes. Every season, she'd donate her entire wardrobe to some charity or another, and only buy stuff she loved. I was left with winter. I don't even know what her favourite season was. Does it matter? What's your favourite season?
I feel like that's the thing you should know about your fiance.
I thought you'd be an autumn person. That means you're supposed to be grounded and productive. And you like your space.
Okay. That's an intense stare right there.
Dr. Dekker felt that Hannah was holding me back. The memories of Hannah. In his opinion, I was holding on to the past. So I guess he cursed me. If that's even a thing.
That's the second time somebody said cursed in relation to something Dr. Dekker. Was Dr. Dekker some kind of extremely old gypsy woman? When I streamed Alien got the most hate by far. What were people hating her on specifically?
Yes, Dr. Dekker cursed me. I don't really want to talk about it, but let's just say I blame
You have a lot of
the
nurse
way I
friends.
am.
Okay.
Can you give me some
All the
advice,
murder. Alleged murder, you know? Come on now. The sheer malpractice. Yeah, I mean, sure. Though I'm still a little shaky on the one question that she asked about, like, is it wrong to take, or if items are given to you by the people you care for, is it wrong to take them thing? Insofar as that requires a level of an assessment of competence that is not being addressed in the question. So it made to be black and white when it's like, well, if they're totally with it and they want to give you something, that's not the worst. But if they're totally out of it and offer you something, you take it, that's obviously bad, right? Like, cognitive capacity and consent are important. Uh, the utter lack of professionalism. I mean, sure, fair. Yeah, that's fair. Bryce knows he's a creep. Yes, he knows he's a creep and did very bad things. So, like, it's not like we can rank people here. The shitty people here are shitty, whether they know it or not, right?
I've been trying to think how I can get past today. I've come up with a couple of choices. I could set fire to Hannah's photographs. I've got them in Dropbox anyway. But setting fire to the clothes did the trick. Or setting fire to a rocking chair.
If he's got pictures, it's kind of proof.
She
Yeah.
sounds like an old lady, but she loved that rocking
Nathan
chair.
is a victim.
Which I've not
Hold
sat
on, is
in
this Nathan?
since. Which one do you think's best?
Yeah, like I said, Nathan I like. Nathan seems, like I said, not, I'm not going to say, I don't want to use the word normal because that's some icky language, but like Bryce and Elin are, they're bad people who are trying to get justifications for whatever it is that they're doing. Which one's Jasmine? Which one's this? I haven't talked to her yet. Claire seems to suck, but not really in a specific way that I can pin down yet. Nathan's just a dude having a bad time. He's stuck in time loops. His fiance died. Like, I feel bad for Nathan. Everyone else sort of sucks. I'm on team Nathan right now until he says something fucking awful. Burn, 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 burn the photos.
Photographs it is then. I'll let you know how it goes.
You got them in Dropbox. It's whatever.
I was at Henley Church on Valentine's Day, visiting Hannah's grave. It was the anniversary of her death. Her parents wanted a huge funeral.
I'm on team Mariana. She can never do anything
I would
wrong.
never have come
So
from.
Mariana's the killer
It does
then.
give me somewhere to visit. I got to write the epitaph. I left Henley Church.
Oh,
about
Henley
11
Church, eh?
o'clock on Valentine's Day. I was talking to an archaeologist who said it uncovered some fossils resembling a strange cephalopod-like creature. Strange place to find an octopus, really. What? Do you think I've got something to do with Dr. Dekker's murder? Maybe you should ask your assistant who Dekker saw that day.
The killer's randomized? Huh.
We walk alone without our angel. I'm not religious, but when I wrote Hannah's epitaph, I knew her parents would want some acknowledgement of the great bearded one. But she was an angel to me. She was an angel to everyone. I've been alone since Hannah. I can't imagine
It
anyone
can be
ever
any of them.
replacing her.
Hold on, when you say
Not
that,
like
is
her.
it because at the end I get
Do
to
you think I
point a
should look for someone
finger?
else?
Or... Nah, you know what, bud? Look when
Thanks,
you're ready.
Doctor. I appreciate that. I still don't think I'm ready to move forward in that respect. It was a missed call. It was Valentine's Day, so I wasn't in the mood for conversation.
Okay, so like, since you're here and you have played through this, how would I make Nathan go green here? Do I have to find like the other little things? Like he's got these here, how are you today and why'd you burn the clothes, and they have a little green asterisk beside it. So would I have to crack the two of them in order to turn him fully green? Oh, and when did you leave the church or whatever? And how do you do that? Because I have no idea how to parse how are you doing
Hello
today?
again, Doctor.
And like
I had a bit of a
what
shaky
what's
loop
the
incident.
what's
But
the
let's
thing
not talk about
here?
it. Yesterday,
I guess loop
I
incident?
set fire to Hannah's clothes in the garden. I just wanted the day to move forward. I instantly regretted it. And lo and behold, here we are, a new day. Hannah's clothes are a pile of ashes.
But like I don't know how to crack this. That's why I'm fine with basically getting everyone to like yellow or whatever, because like I don't know what I'm doing, man. And they threw two more people at me.
I'm Jasmine. I don't come in that often. What happened to Dr. Dekker? Oh. When? How? Sorry, you probably don't know, do you?
I should tell her that he was stabbed. Should I?
Ouch. I didn't really know him that well. I'm trying to remember what I was doing on Valentine's Day now. We had a display in the gallery based on
Oh
love
god.
conquers
This
all.
is one of the things where
So I
like
had to
everyone's
work.
overlapping.
Mainly it was a collection of giant hearts sat on things, but I ran into another patient, Bryce.
Yeah.
I'd never really spoken with him before, but he's quite an art critic. I couldn't get rid of him until I finished work at 11.
Everyone just says
There's actually
11,
another
I've
guy.
noticed.
Takes over on the night shift. I'm not sure if he kept talking to Bryce though. Providence is open 24 hours. There's not much to tell. I knew he was a patient here. I'd seen him in the waiting room a couple of times.
Ah.
He likes art and talking.
It's interesting because he
and talking.
said that he didn't know much about art.
Looking down here instead of up here.
What are the odds that Bryce has pictures of her? Probably good, unfortunately. I love the quote, what's your problem?
It stands still. When I see one, it's moving. Like a mini film. Like little vines. But when
Oof,
there's a
dated
person
reference.
in the painting.
Oh, fuck. Wait, go back. I didn't hear that even kind of.
They watch me. Normally disapprovingly.
Did anyone tell you to get woke?
Because they don't think
Not
I know
yet.
how to appreciate art. Because I'm too young. Yes, of course. Otherwise I wouldn't be working in an art gallery. I love art. I love paintings. Like I said, they move for me.
Could you say it a little creepier for me, please?
When I want them to, normally. When I want to really get inside what's going on. But some paintings, I can't stop. I've been working on portraits, at home, outside work. But my paintings aren't so good. Nowhere near Providence standard. I painted a man, Dorian. You know, after Dorian Gray. I wanted to try and capture someone aging, so I divided the face into thirds. and painted a boy, his father, and his grandfather in each third. It was hideous. And it started talking to me.
Oh dear. In one voice or three?
That I'm ugly. That I have no talent. Nothing will become of me. Is that true, Doctor?
What a weird ask. No.
I hear it's barely time to have
Why did you make
It's in my
me
head.
this way?
But thank you. He was shy. And then less so. When I told him about my problem, he told me to
Again
set
with
fire.
the fire. So much fire.
Yeah, he could have been more specific. I tried to set fire to Providence. At that time, I thought the only way to fix my problem was to set fire to the entire art gallery. Several paintings didn't make it.
Why is that
Luckily,
where
my
you
boss
went
didn't
with
press
that?
charges. The police did arrest me, though.
Yeah! For arson. Or I guess attempted arson?
My boss, Petra, she's just lovely like that. Providence has gone through some tough times, and I've only been there a year. She invested her life savings, and it's still not making any
It's
money.
an art gallery.
Such a sweet lady. You'd do anything for her.
Oh, I?
Dr. Dekker told me to burn it. It was nothing to do with Petra.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
No. Why are you saying that? I don't even know if Petra has insurance. I already ripped up the painting. It screamed as I cut it. And now whenever I close my eyes, I can see it, hear it. I need the tablets, Doctor. I need them.
Dekker only had a limited number of hammers. Yes, it was setting fire to things, trying to sleep with your patients, and drinking.
The temazepam?
Another
The sleeping
temazepam.
tablets. The ones you gave me last time.
That's the third person talking about temazepam.
Dr. Dekker gave them to me. They helped. I know it's in my head. I know paintings can't talk. What's wrong with me, Doctor? Why do I do this?
Setting fire to your sleeping patients after pouring yeah.
Thank you, Doctor. I'll think about that. And the prescription, please?
Oh, we actually managed to crack Jasmine. Hey, Bryce, my dude.
Yes, I suppose I've destroyed a few things whilst in the hour. You can be the perfect supervillain. Nobody
This is what I
knows-
mean! Fuck, Bryce. Why you gotta suck like this,
that
man?
wretched dig goes on 24/7. 25/7, if you ask me.
I didn't.
Your patient, Nathan, caused quite a stir. He interrupted one of the female students all night, apparently. Made her miscategorize some findings, going on about his dead girlfriend. It's amazing what you hear at the coffee machine. Well, I suppose that's a bonus. We're allowed to use their coffee machine while they're there.
Oh, man, he gives me the creeps.
Because you have to hope, don't you, Doctor? It's only the power of hindsight that made me realize how toxic it all was. And after a point, you go too far to be able to come back anyway.
Hmm.
I don't know.
You wouldn't take photos or perf on people, you totally steal and wreck shit? I mean, I don't want to say I would be completely virtuous, but I think I would probably still try and use my powers for a chaotic good angle. So, like, wrecking the shit of bad people. You know, stuff like that. Somewhere you can kind of get your hit, but not without harming all the innocent people. All right, let's switch back to Nathan.
She's dead. Thanks for bringing that up.
You thought that was a given? Hey, I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and
Being
make
snowed in with
assumptions.
Hannah. Just the two of us. It's paradise. It's a sea creature, like an octopus. I suppose they find dinosaur bones everywhere.
I do
Just 'cause
appreciate
we're on
all the
land
little
now doesn't mean
overlapping
millions
things.
of years ago, this place wasn't at the bottom of an ocean.
Like this guy was at the church. She's talking to the octopus. What's her face has an octopus necklace. Like, I do appreciate all the little ties that they're doing
She
here.
was interested. Maybe I misread. Maybe she was just being kind. I suppose most women wouldn't enjoy me talking about my dead ex for hours.
I mean, no, probably not.
I'm Lacey Hendricks. So you don't know about me then?
No.
I was at Henley Church.
Another Henley
They
Church
had a
person.
service that ran right up till midnight.
Yeah, I love the questions are like,
Perhaps
who are
less
you?
fortunate
Why the fuck are
without
you here?
a love in their life. Well, now. Do you have someone, Doctor? Do you have a love in your life?
You love this one? What do you mean this one, Carter? Nope.
Garden Club. You should come with me one night. It's a lovely way to meet new people.
Did she blink? Why isn't she
Where
blinking?
to start?
Oh, there we go.
My next door
She
neighbour in
saved them all
Jobson
up.
Hill, where I live, she was murdered. 80, and they diversion burgled her. But she was wise to it and started calling the police. They slit her throat with a bread knife.
Oh no, that's the worst
So I
knife to
started
slit a throat
neighbourly
with.
watch.
Like, of the knives.
It was me and Agnes. Everyone else thought we were overreacting. If they want their throats cut, that's up to them, living in their bubbles. But Agnes...
But me, I seen some shit.
Poor Agnes. She went missing, and still is. And that's what people think. But it's not the truth.
And the truth is,
It killed them.
when
It
you
looks
say it,
normal enough. A smartly dressed, door-to-door saleswoman. I know because I heard my other neighbours shout at her. No Jehovah's! They think anyone knocking is a Jehovah. But she said she was selling double glazing.
who talked about double glazing? Hold on. Shit, who was that? Oh man. Who the fuck was talking about double glazing? Is there Claire or Elin?
I don't know. I didn't answer the door. Best not to nowadays. But I watched her go to Agnes's. Poor Agnes. She let her right into her house. I could only see the silhouette. It turned from a person into a, well, it looked like, I guess you'd call it a Medusa.
No, it was
Snakes for her face. And Agnes just
was it Marissa?
fell to the floor.
I know it was one of the women.
A A few minutes later, the woman left, smiling like the cat that got the cream. That was the end of Agnes. I saw it with my own eyes. What more proof do I need?
I mean, proof.
You're starting to sound like Dr. Dekker. He didn't believe me either. I didn't have much luck with him, like I said. He didn't believe me. He thought I was having a hallucination.
I will say,
caused by the stress of my neighbor being so brutally murdered.
she's a very good actor.
Where is Agnes, though?
In contrast to like the other characters that have been like
Have they?
a little kitschy, the exception being Nathan as well. Like Nathan's okay, and she's really good, but like Marissa, Elin, Claire, Bryce, they are doing acting, whereas Lacey and Nathan feel much more in their characters. Did I already ask this? Yeah. Did they find Agnes? Hold on.
I didn't have much luck with him, like I said. He didn't believe me. He thought I was having a hallucination caused by the stress of my neighbor
Marianne
being
is
so
in
brutally
character putting on a bit. I can't tell if it's a
Where is
direction
Agnes, though?
or that's the actor.
I haven't found her, have they? Have they?
I don't know. How the fuck would I know? How the fuck would I know? I don't know. No.
They haven't found her because that thing ate her. Or made her disappear or something. Her useless husband managed to survive unscathed, though.
Okay, now we got a weird little
Don't know
bit
much
of
about
bitterness.
him. Other than the fact that he looks at me like I'm 6 foot under every time we meet. He doesn't seem too bothered she's gone missing either. He did at first, when the police were crawling around.
How do you know it was a
But
brutal
now
murder
they've
if she was just
gotten
gone
that
missing?
story. If I hadn't seen that thing eat her, I'd... No. He's a Weasley little man. He spends far too much time in his garden. It's probably like the National Trust back there. The constant digging and building, pruning and sawing. What a thing to say! Why would you say that? I kept watching the front door after that saleswoman had left and nothing. She didn't leave, and you can't get out the back since the council sold the garage block. Ron's a gardener, not a killer.
Unless...
Agnes said Ron was laying the foundations for a new greenhouse. You don't think...
I have watched so many murder documentaries. I do indeed think that.
I need to call the police. I need to call them now. But they won't listen to me. I tried to tell them about the monster, but they didn't believe me. They won't believe me about this, I promise you. Please, could you call them, Doctor?
Yeah.
Thank you, Doctor.
Fucking, yeah, let's do it.
Now give me a pen and I'll write down the details for you. Don't you want to know why Dr. Dekker called me the leech lady?
I'm sorry, the what now?
He said that I leech thoughts from people. Suck 'em right out of their heads. And I can put thoughts in there too.
Yeah, that's less a leech.
I'm not that clever though, am I, Doctor? I mean, it's not as if I was having an affair with Ron and Agnes was in the way and needed to disappear. So I made this story up. I mean, what do you think I do for a living anyway?
What a twist. The direction. Yeah. You said double glazing?
Doctor, you're so good. We're going to get on just fine.
Somebody else talked about double glazing, though. A lot of people are asking questions that are unanswered by I'm not a murderer t-shirt. It's true. So like, yeah, I have no idea how to get these to green. That requires a level of investigation that perhaps if I had a chat with like 20 very invested people, we could probably figure this out, but I'm not. It's not happening with me.
On Valentine's Day, Dr. Dekker had a session with Claire Castleford at 11 and that nurse, Elin, at 3. Everyone else cancelled. You should see this place Christmas Eve.
Also, this woman, I don't know what about it, but her energy is extremely guilty the whole way through.
Dr. Dekker did phone and ask me for Nathan's number, which is a bit strange. Hey you, thanks for helping me with this grief thing. I'm not sure I have it though. Oh, I don't really know where to start. I feel a bit numb. Maybe we should just talk about him.
Jamie are hands down my favorite characters. Actually, you know what? Jamie reminds me of someone I used to work with. Ironically, in England. This guy called Abe. Same kind of energy.
It hadn't even been a year. He was a quiet, solitary man. A good listener, as I suppose you'd need to be. His confidence did grow as time wore on, but that's what you'd expect after you've fitted in. I mainly miss our chats. He used to work late with me and tell me things about the patients, things that I probably shouldn't have
no,
heard,
that's
but
very
did.
bad. Yet another breach of
What do you
his
think of
job.
the patients? Nah, perhaps you shouldn't say. You can ask me. Go on, I'll tell you what I think.
No? Jay and Marianne are hands down your favorite characters. Why? What makes them the standouts for you?
We'd work late together on all sorts of things. He was preoccupied with finding patterns in patients, trying to find some kind of order.
The terrible malpractice of Dr. Dekker. Yep.
Mainly he was searching for a common experience the patients might have had. That's what led them to his office. He'd study everything, even the referral letters.
The what else?
Yes, letters, parking tickets, holiday destinations. You know, I find those referral letters... He was sure there was a pattern in them.
Oh, I.
So, should I get a solicitor, or shall we try and talk it out with him?
I want you to tell me about him first. Let's try and talk it out.
Good choice. I'll go and see Ben to see if I can get him to call off the dogs. I have no idea what's gotten into him. Perhaps it's his mum.
Okay, I guess tell me about other
Mariana
people.
is a special girl. You know, there's something about her that just makes you want to follow her.
Oh, she is
Maybe
Siren.
that's what a
Or whatever.
trendsetter looks like. I think Bryce has a lot of misdirected anger. I don't think I like him that much. You know,
You shouldn't.
sometimes when things overrun, he's outside waiting for you, and he stares at me as if he's undressing me with his eyes.
I mean,
He's not the first person that's done that, but still, you know, it feels worse coming from him.
that's because he's already seen everything.
Claire seems to be shaken by something. You know, I offer her drinks every time she comes in, but she always refuses them. It's as if she just wants to come in, get her session over with, and then run off to do something else. It's a bit rude, isn't it? Elin seems like a lovely person. I'm not really sure why she's here.
Probably all the murder and stealing.
Oh, I just want to cuddle Nathan all up. He's such a mess. He's always in the same clothes. You know, he barely talks to me, though. It's the same hello every time. He reminds me of Tom.
Who's Tom?
Tom was a quiet mess, like Nathan. Youngish, in his early 20s. He taught piano, but he did have a strange hobby.
What's the hobby going to tie in?
Tom liked to base jump. That's basically falling from a huge building or mountain and pulling your parachute before you hit the ground.
I will say she has a lot of confidence in her line deliveries.
Dr. Dekker tried to talk him out of it, but Tom had to prove his point. So one day, Tom decided to base jump without a parachute.
Wait, hold on.
Can you guess what happened?
Wait, hold on.
He did die. He was hit by a rock from further up the mountain. He never got to fly. Nathan thinks he knows what his problem is too, but if he's not careful, he'll get hit by that rock. I wish I'd said goodbye. I wish I'd said goodbye to Dr. Dekker. It was so sudden. Here, then gone. He resigned anyway, but that's not the same, is it?
Wait, he resigned? I thought he was moited.
Dr. Dekker resigned shortly before his murder. It's sad, but doctors come and go and only poor Jaya remains. I've got his resignation letter somewhere. You know, I do all the hiring and firing around here. Well, Professor Alderby and the Trust technically do that. Professor Alderby is a trustee. Did I not mention that?
No. Oh my god, so many things. I just want to finish this act.
She
Go to
was
bed.
cuddling him like he was 6. He's 25. Most of the patients are suspects, according to the police. Almost all the patients are referred, and some of them are privates, but Dr. Dekker didn't introduce any of them. So you watched the tapes. Ah, gold star for you.
Okay.
It smashed.
Okay, wait, hold on. What was that question I just asked? From Dr. Glass. Oh, okay. So now we're at the point that there'd be some kind of plot beat that I should be able to pick up and do something with this, but I don't know what that is. So I'm just gonna hit continue and we'll move on.
I can change my skin.
Then skins.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
I had a hot date.
We went out for drinks.
I took photos of Jessica.
Dr. Dekker did phone
On Valentine's Day.
and asked me for Nathan's number.
There was a girl there.
Am I wrong to keep the locket?
I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I?
He was preoccupied with finding
Photographs.
patterns.
Rocking chair.
I haven't been back to the beach since
I had a bit of a
I wonder
shaky
how
loop
important
into-
these
where
are.
I find something
I set fire
beautiful in the sea.
to Hannah's clothes in the garden.
I dug the grave.
I wish I'd said goodbye.
Dr. Dekker cursed me.
It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it.
Oh, Doctor, you surprised me. Reminds me of Officer Yates. Did I ever mention I had a special friend in the police force? Nah. it's not
Special
something you
friend,
drop
eh?
Politely into a conversation. He's been doing some digging and he's found a couple things. There's a crime scene report that goes into all the gory details and another report that's about a patient you're seeing today, Claire. I'll put them both on the desk for you.
That's
and thanks for the grief.
wildly illegal.
By the way, it's really. been
I am
helpful,
gonna stop.
you know,
Basically, when I get out
I'm
of
so glad you're here.
this, there we go. Okay. I'm going to stop here. Okay. Do I have to actually save? No. Oh my god, we're only like 40% of the way through this game. Oh my god. Okay. Let's look at these achievements. Lots of guesses, lots of keywords. 50 insanity points? Hold on. What the fuck are insanity points? This is clearly Lovecraftian. I mean, I guess. I know. Here's a fun fact. I know basically nothing about Cthulhu because I find the entire Lovecraft universe boring. I guess. Every time I see something that's like, it's a dark, low fantasy world with Cthulhu elements, I just change the channel. Like, I don't care at all about Cthulhu stuff. So that's kind of funny. But, all right. Oh, do the prompts just count as hints? Oh, whatever, I don't care. Fine. Whatever. Responses found 0, whatever. Oh, that's within this thing. Okay. I think. Anyways, I'm going to quit. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go like this. Okay. This is a weird game, man. However, the acting is not nearly as campy as I was expecting it to be, given Poe and Monroe being built by the same people. But that's going to do it for me tonight. I don't know if I'll be streaming tomorrow, just because I'm still getting my house in order, and quite frankly, I'm very tired. So, I don't know if I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, but if I am, it'll be more indie games. There we go. I don't know exactly what. I'll have to see what the great itch pile gives us, but that's if I'm doing it. But yeah, I know, Kyori, that you told me Poem Rose intentionally what it was. I kind of was expecting all of it to sort of be like that, but it doesn't matter. It's neither here nor there. But that is going to do it for me tonight. So, as always, thank you, of course, for watching. Until next time, stay safe, have fun, be kind, and try your best out there. Bye-bye.